Hi, I'm George Knopf. For years, Franchising Magazine USA has been my partner in delivering real-world insights about building wealth and freedom and legacy through franchising. And today, I am here first to introduce something that I believe will change how empires are built in this franchise industry forever. It's called Orca Franchising, and it's the first program designed to take ambitious owners from day one all the way to a private equity exit with the right team, the right strategy, and the right resources from the very beginning. Let's be honest, the franchise industry has a blind spot. Every year, private equity firms and investment bankers write massive checks to acquire franchise groups. The headlines are exciting. Multi-brand portfolios selling for 7, 8, sometimes 9 figures. But here's what most people don't see. Those owners cashing those checks didn't just work hard. They had strategic guidance and capital long before they went to market. What's the problem? Most owners never get access to that until the very end, if they get it at all. By then, the decisions that could have maximized their valuation have already been made, sometimes years too early and sometimes in the wrong direction. It's like training for the Super Bowl without a coach, only to hire one the week before the game. For decades, the only way to sell a franchise business to private equity was to start your own franchise brand, fund it yourself, expand nationally, and hope you could survive long enough to attract a buyer. That meant years, sometimes decades, of building brand recognition, millions and millions in capital investment just to compete. Selling off equity often far too early to fund the growth of your franchise brand. And massive amounts of personal risk. Let's be real, most don't make it. But for the smartest investors today, they found a better way. They're not reinventing the wheel. They're buying into existing, proven national franchise brands as franchisees. Brands with established systems, with market recognition and support teams already in place. They're putting their egos aside in the name of speed and safety. Then they scale locations, not corporate infrastructure. They move fast. They build a portfolio and they position it for acquisition without the pain of creating a brand from scratch. That's the lane Orca Franchising puts you in. No brand building from the ground up, no waiting to get noticed. You start with existing success, you scale with precision, and you target your private equity exit from day one. Here's the truth. Franchisors train you to run their system. The franchisor might be happiest with smaller players that maximize just 1 to 3 territories. But neither you nor I were built to play small. Private equity trains their portfolio companies to scale. They want sheer volume and profits from a machine that's built to run like a Swiss watch. But there's been nothing for ambitious franchise owners who want to scale to an exit. No bridge, no playbook until now. I named it Orca Franchising because in nature, orcas are the apex predator of the seas. Not because they're the biggest in the sea, but because they're the smartest and they work together in perfect coordination. They have a plan before they move. They execute with precision. And when they strike, they win. Orca Franchising is built on that same principle. From day one, you get an elite team working with you. Not years from now, not when you're already worn out, but now. When you join Orca Franchising, you're not just getting advice. You're plugging into a coordinated power network. First, private equity mentors. Real investors who understand exactly what the buyer wants in your books, in your structure, and in your leadership before they even consider making an offer. Investment banking experts. Deal makers who know how to structure your deal and your portfolio for maximum valuation. Funding strategists, experts who can fuel your growth without choking your cash flow. franchise scaling specialists, operators, and advisors who built single units into national empires, and a cohort of high-performing owners from multiple brands, people who share your ambition and your challenges and your endgame goal. This isn't a class. This isn't a theory. This is working relationships with people who have built and sold empires and who know exactly how to help you do the same. From the very beginning, our industry is full of smart people, successful brands, and powerful investors. But no one has ever pulled all of these pieces together into one program for the franchise owner. Why? Because the focus has always been on the brand, not the operator. The operator was a cog in the wheel, granted a highly valued cog, but generally a face in a larger crowd that all had to work together in perfect unison as happy and successful owners for the franchisor to maximize their private equity liquidity event. Franchisees were micro investment funds and operators of local businesses. Orca Franchising flips that focus, putting the empire building at the center of the equation. My entire career has been about helping people move from operator to empire builder. I've been honored to be the only franchise consultant in the world to be invited to keynote the International Franchise Association World Franchise Expo. I have worked with thousands of potential owners, helping them avoid costly mistakes, build the right teams, and position themselves for life-changing exits. I have 30 years of building personal relationships with the top leaders in the franchise world. Orca Franchising is simply the next evolution, bigger, smarter, and more connected. The next generation of franchise owners isn't playing small. You and I are not playing small. We're starting with the end in mind. We're building portfolios that attract multiple bidders in a competitive bidding environment to maximize exits. We're creating generational wealth faster, smarter, and with fewer wrong turns because you're swimming with the Orca pod. Applications for Orca Franchising are open now. If you're ready to build an empire with your eyes on a private equity exit, stop swimming alone. Apply today. Let's build something private equity can't ignore, and we'll build it together. This is George Knopf. Let's go build your empire. Welcome to Orca.